Generous. Now, Doctor Who fans have had a real treat today. They've been spoilt with a specially filmed scene starring David Tennant as at a BBC Proms concert dedicated to the sci-fi drama. The concert featured music from the series as well as classical favourites from composers including Holst and Wagner on the theme of space and time. Well, the man behind the music is composer Murray Gold, and our correspondent Philippa Young caught up with him after the concert.
Well, this Doctor Who prom was a sellout, a real one-off for the series of concerts over the summer. A mix of some really classical pieces as well as some very modern. And a lot of that was the work of Murray Gold, the series composer for Doctor Who. Murray, I've got to say, just look, 6,000 people going home extremely happy.
And they're all really happy. I actually asked each one of them if they enjoyed it, and everyone said they did.
It's taken quite a long time.
Well, I mean, I had 10 minutes to kill, and I'm a very fast questioner.
Did you think, in all seriousness, that the music that you wrote was going to end up being performed at the Royal Albert Hall as part of the BBC Proms? I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I never thought it would get out of my room, to be honest. I sometimes, you know, I got to play it to my mum and dad, and I thought maybe it would all end there. But, you know, we did one 2 years ago at the Millennium Centre in Cardiff, and this year we're at the Albert Hall. It's amazing.
And you've reworked the theme, the Doctor Who theme. I mean, that must be a huge responsibility. There's an awful lot of people here who've got very, very fixed ideas about the series and the music and every single bit.
Well, I think that's, you know, the people who work on the show are good at taking people's fixed ideas to pieces, which is probably a good thing.
And you've been a part of Doctor Who since it re-emerged, basically,
2005, yeah. I mean, this is... I've been working on it pretty solidly. I've done the odd thing, had time to take the odd bath and that kind of thing. But for 3.5 years, well, you know, it's just television. It's luckily, you know...
Was there ever a time where you thought this Doctor Who thing, oh, it just can't carry on, we can't keep doing this, they're going to rumble us one day?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a hire and fire world, you know. Fortunately, I've tended to be on the hiring side rather than firing, and I mean, every season everybody wonders if Doctor Who can sustain its popularity or increase its popularity, or, as you say, whether people will just see through it and say, wait a sec, I don't believe a word of all this nonsense. But luckily, people's imaginations, you know, they really believe in the character, and there's an endless number of stories to tell on this show. So.
And how much is the music a part of it? I mean, you think about the characters, the writing,
right.
It's all really finely knit together, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I guess the music's become a bigger part of it as we've gone along. When we first came back, there was maybe 20 minutes of music in the first episode, and now it's all over it. It's 45 minutes, right the way through. So it's a pretty big, tall order.
And it's been a pretty good day for you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't remember a better day, but it's all right, you know, constantly in the Albert Hall, go and have some lunch now.
That sounds a tremendous idea. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us on the BBC News channel. Murray Gold, series composer for Doctor Who. This is just a one-off, just one concert. It's a series of 84 over the summer. Busy signing autographs already and barely finished. But here we are, a series of concerts over the summer, finishing with the last night of the Proms on the 13th of September.
Philippa Young reporting there now. Just before